All right, says, hey, doc, any thoughts on an 11-year-old boy with high cholesterol and high triglycerides? So 11-year-old, active and normal weight. All right, so let's go through it. Cholesterol, what does it do? That's the first thing you always ask. What's this thing for? Why does the body make it, first off? It makes a lot of it. It makes so much of it that we don't even put it on food labels anymore because the body's going to make it no matter what. So what does it make it for? If it's this horrible thing that plaques up your arteries and kills everybody, why do we make it? Why not just shut it all off? Oh, because everyone would die. So you got to have it or everyone dies. So we know, all right, well, then it must be somewhat important if the body's constantly making it. Why? It's the key ingredient. It's like the flour in a bakery. You can bake cookies and pies and cakes and all that stuff, but without that flour, nothing happens. Cholesterol is the flour for the body's hormonal system. Everything in you hormone-wise, with the exception of a couple like insulin, which is protein-based, are made from cholesterol. So you look at that and think, so all my reproductive hormones are from cholesterol. Yep. My growth hormone, cholesterol. How do I think? Oh, it's also fuel for the brain. So it's gasoline to run the brain car, and it's the primary ingredient of all of your stress hormones. So when you have an 11-year-old with a high cholesterol, high triglycerides, IUP would flag this immediately, tells you you're not digesting your carbohydrates properly, eating too many sugars and things like that in the diet. They're not breaking them down, and all of a sudden triglycerides start to go up. That's a stress on the body. Anytime the body's under stress, the stress hormones going up with it to try to deal with the stress, hence the cholesterol going up. If you can remove the stress away from the body, the triglycerides will drop, the cholesterol will follow behind it. Now, there's also a chance you could have a genetically high cholesterol, but it has to be 900 or higher. About 3,500 people out of the 330 million in the U.S. have it.
Wow.
And that's the group that a statin drug can be beneficial for. Mm-hmm. But it's way better to market a statin to 50 million people instead of 300 or 3,500.